Whenever you're on YouTube or on the internet, you get blasted with these ads. These videos haunt me.
That's what we took, maybe $5,000 or $6,000 a year off of doing this, which is not going to pay for much.
When you're selling your own products, you're doing two things. One, you're making money at the same time, but two, you're building equity in a business that you can then sell. There's way too much missing, and plus, £1,000 is going to go nowhere these days.
You're doing all the hard work for the brand.
Hey squad, quick side note, we know that more than 80% of you are not subscribed. The more people who subscribe, the more content we can create for you, and the happier we'll be here. Hey team, welcome to Upside, and if you're anything like us, whenever you're on YouTube or on the internet, you get blasted with these ads to sell you a course or give you advice on selling on Amazon, and they're always in front of a Lamborghini or at the beach, or they're like, oh, you've often asked me this question. Well, these videos haunt me and follow me all the time.
Me too.
And so we want to kind of like break these down and just kind of like just tell you our thoughts on a couple of these, because some of these are very good sellers of snake oils. All right, guys. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to play some of these videos. You're going to watch them with us. We'll do a live reaction to some of those, and it'll be genuine stuff. So we'll keep it short, succinct, and hopefully interesting.
Okay, so the first video we've got is 6 years of Amazon experience in 12 minutes, and here he is.
This is going to be the last Amazon video that you have to watch. I'm going to give you my 6 years of experience in this space in just 12 minutes. This is the same information that's helped me make millions of dollars on Amazon, but most importantly, have helped over 20,000 people get started in this space. So let's get right into it.
20,000.
Amazon is more than what you think it is, right? A lot of people think that selling on Amazon is this saturated business that is just a get-rich-quick scheme, but in fact, the average Amazon seller last year made over $250,000. And when most people think about selling on Amazon,
that's probably revenue, right? 250,000 in revenue, not
the old way of selling on Amazon
profit.
Is private label. When you actually buy products from China, sell them on Amazon, or when you try to start your own brand
that's the old
and
way,
sell it on Amazon. That's probably the hardest way that you could ever make.
There's an easier way.
But that's not actually how most people are making money on Amazon. Most people that are actually making it work are not doing the private label method. So let me explain the new way to sell on Amazon and step by step.
I love how they do these hooks and just make you watch more and more.
How much longer we're going to have to watch this guy?
The new way to sell on Amazon is very simple. All we're doing is we're opening up wholesale accounts with big brands that everybody already knows, likes,
oh my
and trusts.
God.
Brands that
the
you
race
see
to the
inside
bottom.
big box retailers like Walmart.
So
and
resellers.
Target. I'm talking about
Resellers.
brands like Dr. Bronner.
Lowest price wins, yeah.
Brands like that already have millions of customers, and we either open wholesale accounts directly with these brands, or we search the internet for these products from these brands that are discounted, whether they're on sale, whether there's a coupon that we can use, different opportunities like that. We look for them using softwares like Scam Profit, and when we find an opportunity, we just simply buy that product for a discounted price and we resell it on Amazon for a profit. This is the new way to make money on Amazon, and the advantage of this method is number one.
This is like,
Okay, so the one biggest problem I got, right? This guy's has 6 years worth of experience, right? Because you know as well as I do, I started with reselling products. Right? I did arbitrage. It took me 2 weeks to work out that this was not the best way to make money on Amazon.
Yeah.
So the fact that he's been doing it for 6 years,
and he still hasn't learned.
well, I think he has learned, which is why he's selling training courses.
Probably. I mean, okay.
He needs something that's actually going to make him money.
So, okay. Let's talk through why it's a problem, but then I want to kind of just say one other little bit on top.
All right,
why.
so I'll pick out the one that I want you to start with. On average, sellers are making $250,000 each a year.
Yeah, exactly. That's BS. That's just revenue, right?
Right.
At most. So on average, most people, and that's dollars, and that's probably because they're selling in the US. So it'd be 10x what they're probably doing annually. Most people probably be about 25K in the whole year.
Well, hold on a second, right? Because we would say that 15% would be a great gross margin in general for any brand that we're selling.
Yeah.
You reselling brands, you're not making 15%. If you're lucky, if you're making 2 or 3%.
Yeah, exactly.
So let's just really understand what's 2 to 3% of 250,000. That's what we took, maybe $5,000 or $6,000 a year off of doing this, which is not going to pay for much.
So my issue with the reselling is that technique is, one, it's not your brand. So there's a lot of, when you're selling your own products, you're doing two things. One, you're making money at the same time, but two, you're building equity in a business that you can then sell, right? If you're just doing reselling, it's going to be much harder to sell a brand or your stuff on through. That's like the first challenge. Secondly, like there's very little margin left over when you're reselling. I think that's what you
yeah, 2 or 3%.
It's way too little. So you're not going to make
competitive. I mean, ultimately, lowest price wins a buy box, right?
So resellers only make money on volume. So the really successful resellers, you can make money as a reseller, but to really do it well, you have to be doing volume. And I talk volume, I'm talking about like in the tens of millions. For it to work.
You've got to be buying containers. You're not going down to your local store and
that's not going to work.
Handful of products. That's not going to make you money.
And then beyond that, they're oversimplified. Like in a single hour, dude. There's no way you're going to be doing that in an hour. So yeah, issue of reselling. I think it's a race to the bottom, and you're not really building a sustainable business.
No, there's no value there whatsoever, right? No retained value.
Yeah, and at any point they could stick a transparency thing on, and you're out.
You're done.
So yeah, be very, very careful, or be ready to scale very, very fast.
Yeah.
Hey, listen, before you buy this right here. I'm here with my boy Tez. You probably know him, Shopify Go. Yeah. But listen, a lot of you guys are leaving 6 figures on the table by doing what you're already doing, which is grocery shopping, right? So we're at Sam's Club right now, and you can see that this product right here is selling for $41 on Amazon. And it's about $24 here, right here. And the profit is $9 per unit. So you can see all of the units right here that you have access to. You don't have to contact the manufacturer. You don't have to build a relationship with a supplier because these are already here in your local area. So there's a quick way that you can make money. We're going to be exposing the whole play on our free training. So
exposing the whole play. All right. So what he spots? How much was it? £2.60.
I think the margin he suggested was about £2.50. Yeah.
Okay. So he's saying £2.50 profit
per item
is what he's alluding to.
Yeah.
Realistically, not factoring in.
It's really hard to know what he has factored into there. Yeah. Right? If you actually look at the cost of that item, then you've got to pay for the shipping on it. You've got to pay for your referral fees. You're going to pay VAT. I suspect
just generally your time. Like, there's no way. He's like, what, in 5 minutes you're going to make? Oh yeah, boom.
Well, this and the second guy, right? So he was talking about doing it in an hour, and there's no chance you're doing all of that. You might identify the products in an hour. Yeah. That's not all the work. You can pick.
Create those things, get off the shelf. You just get to the store. So yeah,
forget that. All the picking, packing, posting of all the items.
Man, I call it oversimplified BS.
Yeah, absolutely. And again, so ultimately, I think if you took everything else out of it and just boiled it down, I think you're probably making less than 20 or 30p per item. Probably. So again, it comes back to your point. You need to be doing this. You need to be buying containers of these things at this price in order to make any serious money. Yeah. And even then, you're doing all the hard work for the brand. Yeah. Rather be a brand, right?
Be a brand. Get the money in the
other people
equity
saying about doing this for you, doing arbitrage on it. I used to have people doing arbitrage on my products. I used to love it. It's great. Yeah. I think I'd pay for it. I'm making my margin on every single one of those units they buy. Awesome.
But then even if you buy palletfuls, like you said, who's doing all the labeling and stickering and sending them into Amazon? Just some guy on his own.
Yeah, exactly.
That's the overhead that's totally hidden here. No one's even talking about that, right?
Yeah.
But if you're buying containers of the stuff and you're doing this at scale, that's where those economies kick in.
So how much money do you need to start selling on Amazon? Well, the minimum is about £1,000, £200 on fees and subscriptions, £500 on your very first product, and £300 on advertising.
Oh man, there's so much missing in that. Fees and subscriptions, £200. When you have 1,000, you spend 20% of that straight away on fees and subscriptions.
What fees and subscriptions?
What fees and what subscriptions?
Well, I'm presuming for his course. Sorry, I'm being facetious, but look, if you were to get, say, Helium 10 or Jungle Scout, there's 200 quid gone. Like that, but you're right. For Amazon itself, what, 30 quid a month? So that's not going to cost you.
Yeah, exactly.
Those numbers are well out of
kilter. And then he's saying how much on advertising? 500 for the product.
500 for the product and 300 for his advertising budget.
For the ads budget. I mean, look, if you get the buy box, and like there's so many things into that I think it's just like there's way too much missing, and plus £1,000 is going to go nowhere these days. Like realistically, you're going to get eaten up.
No, and look, if you're going to do this seriously, then you're probably going to want to. You don't want to just do one product. We know that. That's taking too big a risk.
Yeah.
So the chances are all round. I think if you're going to do it on a really tight budget, somewhere between £15,000 and £25,000.
Yeah, I agree.
I made £850 in 1 hour. The other week I nipped into Aldi. and saw these label makers at $14.99 each. Stay till the end to see what they were selling for. I managed to secure a total of 24 units just from this one Aldi alone. So I went to the next Aldi 10 minutes away to see if I can clear another store. And what do you know? We hit another gold mine. It says 104 sales a month at 72% variation. However, its BSR on Jungle Scout is estimated at almost 1,500 sales per month. The label makers are selling on Amazon at £37 each, leaving £16 of profit after fees. Times that by the 52 units I secured.
My feeling is the reason why there's so many videos like this is because if you're giving advice and making it sound so easy, more people are going to listen to you. You're going to get more views of your videos. These people are trying to make money off the videos because they're not making money off of their ideas. Simple as that.
Yeah, there's a lot of BS there, man, and it makes me a little bit hesitant. So we're gonna kind of do more of these videos and just gonna like highlight the ones that are not so good, but there will be some good ones, I'm sure, hopefully. And so we'll highlight those as well, because what we want is people to get good advice, whether it's from us or anywhere else on the internet. So stay tuned, watch out for more, because there will hopefully be more to see. So, one love.
One love.